What's going on officially or
So,
when's
what's the
it started?
second question? Did we went through the second question?
Dude, I missed the first one.
The
All right,
first
well, I have
question.
shit out of my ass. The first thing we're talking about is like predictions for
Yeah.
2024.
Oh, right.
What's our most anticipated game? Is the second question I ended up asking.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So I guess we could talk about that. What is
I mean, it should be complimentary
command
time. You know,
bread,
hey, how's
bro.
your week been? But then I guess we just skip all over that, and then we just went straight to this. So technically, I had a system. I just didn't announce it yet.
Oh
I
my
guess I
god.
thought we
Okay.
were all on the same page.
That's fine.
no?
But regardless, we can
What's up,
expand on it.
bestie podcast from Greatest? Are you recording?
No, I barely started streaming.
Oh,
That's-
did you?
That's
Oh,
my
you're
record.
streaming it.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Is this live?
Yes, I always do it in front of a
Fuck
live
you.
audience.
Nah, just kidding. You're gonna do it live. All right, so welcome to the besties, hosted by Greatest, and
Yeah.
then welcome to Vile Chill, hosted by Vile, and then welcome to Mar Gamer Corner, hosted by Mar
Did
himself.
you see that?
Mar Gamer Corner.
He called you Marmar, bro.
That's how he called his podcast.
Wait, what?
What
Really?
else? Yes.
First of all, for this, I am right now the greatest hater. Right?
Oh my god. Y'all are stupid.
Hey man, wait. You think it was? Oh, I see why you think it's weird. Yeah, you know, I didn't think about it like that at first because I feel like he wanted everybody to call it Marmar. I didn't see it as a weird thing like you did, but
I thought he called you that as like a gay nickname.
yeah, you see, that's what I figured. That's what Greatest was going for.
Dude, that's what I no. What I would do to my friends, even in call codes, if I want to give someone to get on nerves, I'll give him like a gay nickname. I'll be like, oh, like a codes, like oh code codes, and then he hates when I call him that shit, you know, because it's like it's like a couple name.
Hey, greatest gamer.
No, it would be like game or some shit like that. I don't know, but even that's a gamer tag. That's not my real name, Goofy. Or actually, yeah, whatever. My point.
But the Garfield movie is. I know it's just random at this point. But I was gonna say, what's your most anticipated movie for 2024? And mine is the Garfield movie.
I didn't even know there was a Garfield movie.
Oh, it's coming out in shoot, I forgot when, but it's gonna be cartoony.
No shit.
Bro, I didn't even know you were.
Dude, I'm a huge Garfield fan. That's like one of my secrets. It's like
Bullshit.
buried underneath a bunch of other secrets. Like
See,
you gotta go
bruh.
down that pile. But I love Garfield. I love that orange cat. I love lasagna that's given. It's gonna have Chris Pratt.
Oh my god.
you know those comic
should've
book
put him in the
scripts
corner,
on the
dumbass.
newspapers in the early 2000s. Best believe I was the one that was collecting them because I forgot who made Garfield. Whatever his name was, I think it's like Jeff
Right.
Smith, maybe. Unless I'm thinking about something. Regardless, okay.
Dude, this
Whoever-
motherfucker out here playing Street Fighter ranked while we're doing this. He funny.
He's trying to get better.
Destroying
He's trying to
what's
find
he
his
with,
number 9,000.
Whatever.
The Purge chat, because shout out to Scorpio. He put out the movie list of the famous movie that's coming out each month.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, if I could find it. I know Venom 3 is coming out.
What, 3? Oh shit. Okay, I guess I am hyped for a
Yeah,
movie.
dude.
Are they making another John Wick? Okay, so here's my thoughts as far as movies. I don't care. I just have no hopes or anything. Like I've been reaching this, so anyone was, oh, what's it like, dude? I just assume every year is gonna be just as shitty as the last one, if not worse. And if there's like there's always at least 1 or 2 minimum to 4 things that I'm like, yo, that's tight, right? As far as like semi-mainstream shit. But if we're talking like indie, it's like who knows, right? Like right now, you know, Lethal Company's the shit. Anime, I feel like anime is just too oversaturated still, and like there's a handful of ones that I'll fuck with. Like right now, I think I'm gonna watch 100 Girlfriends, and I think Girlfriend X Girlfriend is getting a season 3 maybe. Like, you know, I'm a huge fucking weeb. I don't care for shonen shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything's like, oh, what excited? Like, bro, if we're gonna hear me, it's either gonna be some shit that only like hardcore gamers or indie people know, whether it's anime or gaming. And then when it's like mainstream stuff, it's like, dude, unless it's like Doom or Nioh, I don't care. Like, you know, like it's a game that we're like, oh, that's gonna be bars, right? But as far as movies, like, dude, I just, like I said, bro, I just don't touch Hollywood. Like, fuck that shit, bro. Like, oh man, I'm just too poor. I'm too broke. I'm focused on my own shit, bro. Like, that's the other thing too. Don't expect too much from me. And it's like, okay, if I hear I'll be late, maybe the day before. Because like, bro, I'm out here trying to do my shit, edit videos, fucking beat games, backlogs, and then once my plus runs out, that's what my strat is. Just full-time focus on deving. Like, I ain't got time to watch people's mediocre booty water. Fuck that. Because seriously,
Hollywood movies.
The only good shit I really fuck with, I haven't even watched John Wick 2 and everything else yet. Like, I need to catch up. Like, right now, I'm at catch up. I ain't got time for new shit, bro. That's where I'm at.
If you want to
Say right now, my favorite movie of last year was John Wick 4.
Dude, it's because it's good. The cinematography and the choreography is actually just top notch. And
Bro,
that's something
it's
simple that they
literally
still fuck
because
up, and that's the
the
other
way
reason.
how they-
Yeah, and then here's the biggest reason. See, this is why I want to get back. Like, oh, like, because they're idiots. All these dumbasses watch that shitty Marvel stuff. Like, Marvel's easy. They don't know real story. They don't follow the comics. So your story's trash. Your shit's woke. And then on top of that, your literal choreography is absolute garbage. So they're like, who watches this? That's why, like, I don't watch no Hollywood shit. It's all trash. Like, unless
Wait,
I
what
know
about,
someone's behind it, I don't fuck with it.
July 26th is gonna be a movie.
Good, then there you go. See, that's the exception. Like, the only time we'll see is like, so with me, it's like, assume like, okay, I say, oh, no, I'm not excited for anything. And I didn't even know. See, I don't even know. It'll be like the day before. Like, oh, wait, Deadpool 2, then I'll fuck with it. Right? If it's something that we know is backed up by someone that isn't garbage and woke, then all right, cool, I'll fuck with that shit. When I feel like it, I'm not going to spend money. I'm too poor for that shit. Until my game comes out and I get like $1 million for selling 1 million copies, then I'll start buying and doing shit. Until then, all of you, give me money. I'm poor. Give me.
Like you going to the theaters when you got money.
I don't go to the theaters. Who the fuck got tier speakers and headphones and good ass fucking monitors? Why the fuck would I go to the theater?
My bad, G. I didn't know you already got a nice little movie set up.
I don't want to call it a movie setup, but I'm happy with it. It's HD. It's good.
It's like,
Hmm.
I know in live streaming services, especially on HBO. I mean, or Max or whatever they want to be called. But oh no, my bad. Wait. Let me squeeze this in real quick. Venom 3 is coming out November 8th.
Okay.
But,
Oh, that's a long ass time. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a long time. And another Marvel movie. I know I was talking about your little setup. I have a question for your setup real quick.
Fine.
I just want to say, Caven. It's coming out August 30th. Caven the Hunter from Spider-Man.
And the way you said it,
That's what I got dislike on that Spider-Man 2 review. It's probably because I said his name. I'm not sure just call it the Hunter. It's just.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm just saying.
But okay, do you have a popcorn machine anywhere?
The microwave machine? Do you mean the hot pocket machine?
No.
Oh, he essentially does.
Oh my god.
The microwave.
Yeah, but if anything, dude, the only thing exciting is literally anime, bro. Like straight up, a Castlevania anime. I mean, I heard this one was kind of disappointing. And like I said, I'm a huge harem guy, so I'm really, I guess I haven't watched much, but I'm really excited for 100 Girlfriends, the anime. And then there's some pretty decent isekai coming out lately. Like, there's not actual trash. Like, they're pretty good. Though the premise is exactly the same, I'm a fan of that. But like I said, this is for, like, us hardcore weeb motherfuckers. Yeah. Motherfuckers out here like, oh, an episode of Boruto and then insert other just generic shonen. It's like, get that trash out of here, bro.
Little rom-com shit, that makes you a cuck.
Bruh.
Hey, harem makes you a mega cuck, because, oh, look at all those women you can't get.
Shut the fuck up. But
wait, you say you're into, like, you into video game movies?
Yeah, handful. You said the Gran Turismo one was pretty good.
Borderlands is coming on August 9th.
I don't think Borderlands would make a good movie. I'm a cap.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What
Games are great. No, are they going off of 2 or 1?
I don't know. It's just Borderlands. I never saw the trailer either.
I want them to go off of 2 because 2 is the best.
Well, but anyways, we need to let Mars speak on this, and I guess Clockwork too. I already gave my thoughts. I don't give a fuck unless it comes last minute, and it's something that we all know is good. Like, I'm the big dick authority here, man. My opinions are the only one that are allowed to be facts. Everyone else, please shut up. I do not care. So, and if I'm, like, oh, Deadpool, then okay, get it. We all know which one's correct. Your Deadpools, your Dooms, everything else, who cares? Maybe whatever. Like Venom, I like Venom, but I wouldn't consider it peak cinema, right? Like, it's odd.
Really? Wait, no. Yeah, no, I agree.
Right, like I heard the first one was okay, yeah, right. And 2, I heard they kind of fucked it up a little bit. They fucked up Carnage's character a bit, so I was like, oh, whatever. But better than the fucking Spider-Man game.
I'll have you know, no matter how good it is, it will never be as good as Morbius.
Dude, that shit popped off so hard as a meme. But yeah, Mar, what's your movie thoughts and booga booga and I don't know, whatever.
Okay, well, since we're on the conversation about superhero movies, there hasn't really been a good superhero movie since
the original.
That was like late 2000.
Yeah, that is a good one. What is the last good superhero movie to come out? Like, I mean, objectively, that unanimously people agree was good.
No Way Home, maybe?
No, hell no. That's just trash. No. Remember, if I say it's trash, automatically discounted.
If you realistically think about it, they actually like. That whole thing is just nostalgia, the movie. That's the only reason why it ended up being so damn good. And then on top of that, man, Willem Dafoe as fucking Green Goblin once again, and he fucking killed it. Come on, man. Like, just off him alone, that movie already became better than every other fucking Marvel movie that's been coming out since fucking Endgame. And Endgame, look, objectively, Endgame is not really a fucking good movie. The only reason why it's good is if you've been watching the Marvel movies all the way up to that point, that's the reason why that movie hits the way how it does, because that is like the final part, the exciting part of a roller coaster you've been going through for the past 10 years.
Well, you know
So
what?
when
I
they
guess
finally closed it off with Endgame, that shit was fucking fly.
I guess you know. I guess Mark puts it in a good way, right? Because like I know for a lot of people, like that's why I said subjective, right? But if we're talking about as far as normie standards, like the last good superhero movie, what from what I always hear is always just those two, right? Like because yeah, no, the MCU was already garbage by Marvel fan standards, but by normie fan standards, it dropped after like Endgame, from what I've heard, right? And there is a huge difference. We won't get into it. But like, if y'all actually knew how good the comics were, you'd see. Oh, good example. If you know the manga, like the manga version of like literally everything, especially Naruto, is way better than the fucking show, and the MCU is literally no exception. Like, if anything, I'd argue it's way worse.
And here's the interesting thing about it. The reason why it ended up that way too is because Kevin Feige wanted to differentiate the movies from the comics. So there are a lot of things that they just took bits and pieces and kind of just made it their own thing. Like the way how they fucking did the Mandarin the first time, and then later on they fucking basically just rebooted the Mandarin because they knew how pissed off people were when they fucking first did the Mandarin. What was it, Iron Man 3? So just off of that, like, thanks to that movie, I kept on going into every other Marvel movie knowing that I'm not going to get the same shit that I would get in the comic books because there's no way in hell to be able to touch the greatness of the comic books. As movies themselves kind of being their own properties and following its own storyline, from the very first Iron Man going all the way to Endgame is actually a pretty good time. Even though there's some fucking duds in between that. Like, the first Ant-Man was fucking dog shit. You know what? I can't say it was dog shit. It was... Damn, I can't even remember what happened in the movie. It's a forgettable movie. First Guardians of the Galaxy was...
Actually good. It was oddly good. I'll give him that.
Thor... The second Thor movie was actually the first time I ever fell asleep in the movie theater.
Damn!
And mind you, I went to go watch that movie in the early premiere. Like, I watched it a week before everyone else did. It was me, my girlfriend at the time who ended up going with me.
Gold.
And then, like, it was a bunch of press people. We all went to go see the movie, and everyone was super excited. Tell me why the dude who was sitting right next to me fucking elbows me hard because I start snoring hard as hell in the theater, like 30 minutes into the movie. Bro, that shit was so fucking boring.
I bet he wrote that on his paper. Man, this movie is probably like a 6 out of 10.
There were people snoring in the theater. There was a guy right next to me, sounded like a fucking lion. I thought he was a part of the movie.
No, you watch like the first 10 minutes of it, you fall asleep, and then when you write a review, you end up writing about like the dream you had while. But yeah, I remember watching.
I think I actually did do that.
But wait, what?
I think I actually did do that back in like GameSpot.com. I used to do like a bunch of reviews on there and shit. And that was one of the things I reviewed about because I'm like, man, I don't even remember some of the movie just because I was falling asleep in some parts. And it was just like one of the most boring movies I've ever seen. And that's saying a lot because I'm expecting superheroes doing superhero shit.
Yeah.
And we just got a lot of exposition. Iron Man 2 was dog shit. I don't care what anyone says. That was just a giant, long fucking trailer. Oh, guys, it'll be so cool if some of these guys started teaming up. Look what happens. Look what happens when you have Iron Man and fucking War Machine. They're teaming up together. That's literally the only best scene in the whole movie.
I mean,
I loved Iron Man.
War Machine. That's it. That's all they showed in the trailer, and that's literally the only best part in the entire movie.
And okay, here's the whole thing about what I'll say is like you know, because I know some people do like if you know, it's never a strike to people. Like if you unironically like these booty water movies, a power to you. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me, oh man, they're mad. And everyone who I've seen who's cool will agree, like, okay, yeah, they're okay, right, whatever. They're not God tier. They're not Lord of the Rings, hell no, or Star Wars, the original, not the new trash. But even I can respect like the effort that they did put in, and I feel the casting is always God tier. Like Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. Like, come on, bro. Like it's peak next to William Dafoe.
That is fucking godlike, man. Yeah. They need all the awards for just off of that choice alone.
Jonah J. Jameson.
Jameson, P.
Yep.
And Doc Ock. Also
Benedict Cumberbatch. Chris Evans as Captain America was good. Chris Helmsworth did a good job playing Thor, even though half the shit was boring just because the script. But like,
it's the script.
Embodying Thor itself, he was actually good job.
Yep, he's a good cast too.
What was his name again?
Benedict.
Yeah, I saw him play as Sherlock. When I saw him play as Doctor Who, I just couldn't get with it, man. Sherlock. Did I say Doctor Who? Oh, my bad. I meant to say Sherlock, but I saw him play as Sherlock.
Watches Doctor Who, but British people and weirdos.
Hey, man, I don't like Doctor Who.
Who can't watch Star Wars or Star Trek, bro?
What? Who's the big bad? The dialects? What are they? Trash cans with wheels.
But that shit low-key looks gay as hell. Like, it just looks gay.
I watched some of it. I didn't like all of it, but Doctor Who was pretty decent.
Star Trek
man.
and Star Wars are
Tripping.
for men and intellectuals. That shit looks like for fucking legit.
Doctor Who
Almost
you're the
never get
target.
into me at the time. And Star Wars is too fucking good and pretty much a fucking blessing in this world that we know is the modern age.
Yeah.
So, I mean, well, that's at least the original trilogy. We can't really
And
say anything about the new.
Jedi are pretty cool. I mean, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, someone is gonna own a Jedi. You know what I mean?
Like Marvel didn't get cucked as bad as Star Wars. At least they had a couple decent films. Star Wars ain't had shit good after they went to Disney. Except maybe The Mandalorian. But my point stands.
It was kind of garbage.
Yeah, well, see, that's from him, not me.
We're talking about the most anticipated movie, right?
Yeah, we're talking about movies too.
Okay, you just started with the superhero talk of movies.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's But that's the thing.
I'm not really looking forward to any superhero. If there's one movie I am looking forward to, honestly, it's a movie that was supposed to come out last year.
Which was?
And that would be Dune Part 2.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it. I saw that. That's coming out in March.
Oh, Dune.
Yep, I fucking can't wait for it. No, Dune. D-U-N-E. If you haven't seen the first movie, I honestly thought it was a really good fucking job and an awesome replacement cinema-wise right now from Star Wars, because Star Wars ain't hitting right now. It was really good, man. They did a really good job doing the building, and apparently this series actually predates Star Wars. So that's another reason why I'm like, holy shit, like this is actually pretty exciting.
You know, you get it for free if you unlock them.
I haven't started reading one of the books yet, but I am actually going to end up reading one of the books. I heard that this next movie is basically the second half of the first book. About that.
No, only Skin 2.
Okay. Other than that, Godzilla, I'm looking forward to.
Dude, Godzilla's been popping. See, but that's Japanese cinema. Like I said, Hollywood is right now. Asia's kicking it, especially Korea, dude. They're killing it with their fucking films, dog.
No. Legendary Studios is still Hollywood, but thankfully they have the right people from Japan making sure that they don't completely fuck up Godzilla.
Right.
And they've been doing a pretty good job with it. I mean, I know Godzilla -1 just recently.
Oh, you were talking about I forgot about that one. Yeah, the American ones have been doing good too, actually. I like those two as well. Yeah, because I was thinking of
because they know what the fuck they are. Monster movies. Like,
it's hard to fuck it up.
We don't need some giant, intricate, like, oh man, like as deep as it will actually go.
Yep.
It's really good enough for a normie to go in and be like, okay, I understand what's going on.
And
other than that, it's literally Godzilla beats the fuck out of, and then whatever's across from him during the time. Last movie was King Kong.
Godzilla Planet
Kong, because he.
Or Planet Godzilla called.
Man,
that's old school.
I just realized,
like Netflix.
Godzilla pretty much killed everyone he's ever faced.
Yeah.
Including Kong. He actually, whatever, I need to burn you. And he went and ended up fighting Mecha Godzilla in the last movie. And then, of course, the white people ended up saving Kong because, oh no, we need to save Kong. He's really okay.
You got me. I mean, here's the thing, too, about Godzilla that makes some good people don't realize it. Because, some stupid stan who thinks the Batman versus Superman movie is unironically good and is a DC Universe cuck. He gets his ass treated all the time, and he was saying, "Oh, he didn't like the Godzilla movie because it focused. He think they were too much focus on the people." It's like, what? That's part of what Godzilla is. The whole thing is big monsters fight this simple plot, but then it's all about the struggle of people realizing how weak they are, and that Godzilla is basically the representation for force of nature. Like, yeah, on base level, any normie can get it, but you look at it, you're like, oh, the story's pretty good. It's deep. The characters have characters and motivations. Like, generally, there's always one person that hates Godzilla, but you look at his motivation, like, oh, it makes sense, but you got to realize how futile it is because Godzilla is literally just nature. You cannot be like, you can't get mad at a tsunami if it gets rid of your whole family. It's a fucking tsunami. And that's something that I've always loved about the Godzilla films personally. Like, I really love that dynamic. Like, you feel bad and you can relate with the main or whoever the character that hates Godzilla. Like, you truly see it, and I love that they get good actors to represent that anger. But you just know that it's futile. Like, dude, what are you doing to that?
I think Matthew Broderick was like the best person to be with Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is?
Almost. That's the 98 Godzilla movie. But I would say this, the 98 Godzilla movie was horseshit. But the animated series that came after it was one of some of the best fucking Godzilla of all time.
For no reason.
Yeah, literally for no reason. It's like, man, this is a Saturday morning show for kids. And it's fucking hitting on all cylinders, man.
Right.
It blew out 98 Godzilla. I hated 98.
Going into that, shitting on Hollywood more is how little respect they have for animation.
Yeah.
It goes to show you because all the good creators, and the thing is not even unique for anime. We already see anime and manga is destroying Hollywood. Even for like just like shit like that, bro. Like there's actually really good competent writers in comic. Well, there used to be, at least in the comic industry. Back then, even like look at the guys who wrote scripts for like, oh no, one of the greatest things to ever gurg about from Disney was literally the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Me watching that show ruined the MCU for me because they were way more lore and correct to the comics that whenever I hopped on, like, oh, Ant-Man, like they made him someone else instead of Hank Pym. I'm like, what? No, it's supposed to be Hank Pym. Who the fuck is this? Well, every time I hear someone talking about Marvel from MCU, I'm like, what the fuck? It literally sounds like bad fanfic to me, dude. I'm like, what is all this shit? Like, what? Like, Hank Pym made Ultron, not fucking Iron Man. What is this? Like, they changed everything. And it makes no sense, too. It's like, what? You know, it's like a good example. Here's the best way to put it to you normies. Like, say there's two characters. One's he's let's call him Iron Penis Man, right, or some bullshit. But he's good at making penis machines, and that's the original lore, right? It's all about penis and penis, puna, penis, right? Like that's the lore. But then when you make the penis machine made by some chick called just Obama, and then, oh, what's the reason? Nah, I'm Obama, and I made this machine, and now our whole plot's like, but that doesn't make sense. You don't have the qualifications, Obama, to make the penis machine. Penis Machine Man made it. And then you made Penis Machine Man just man. That's literally what the MCU is. They just ruined everything. That's the best way I can explain it to y'all.
Oh, I don't know what fanfic this is, but I need this in my life.
No, here's what I mean. So for those of you, so I'll at least explain to you actually what the difference is. The reason why Ultron was such a great character, no, they did in the Avengers or Mighty's Heroes. There's a clip. I'll actually post it in my comments below for when I do this. Like, and in it, you can see the voice acting is way better than the dude who voice acted the robot for Ultron in the MCU. So that's number one. Like, you could tell it sounded like a legit motherfucking machine. And I'm not going to ruin what he does. Because and the MCU does. The MCU, or not my bad, that the comics do better. When something hits, it just feels real. Like, it feels like grounded as shit. But MCU, it doesn't feel like the Earth's ever in threat. Like, the first one, it did. But after that, like, the threats just don't feel real. And that's a good, big critique. And whatever, but one of the main things is why Ultron was such a great character is that it's supposed to be a representation of Hank Pym losing like his grip, because anyone who doesn't know, Hank Pym's biggest thing is he's a pacifist, and he originally had an army of these machines, and they stopped the first invasion. See, there's build up in the first invasion, and then he had to turn them to program them to learn violence, and then only one was left behind, and that was the main Ultron we know. And in his programming, by sitting long enough, it would be like, wait a second, people are the main causes of wars. Let me get rid of them so there is no more war. So it has a logical process. I don't know how it is in the MCU. But at the end of the day, how does Iron Man have any of this? None of his characterization is tied to Ultron. So how would it ever do this, right? It's stupid. Like, you get rid of one of the main characterizations that made Hank Pym, you know, such a special character. And it's also the main reason how they stop Ultron in, like, the MCU. Like, or not MCU. See, it's because it's so catchy to say. You know, like, isn't that deeper? Like, whoa, and then guess what? His arc's not over. He leaves the Avengers. He's like, you know, I'm kind of done with this. Like, I almost ended the world because of my creation. You know, I'm not, like, you know, they felt like a real fucking human being, and you can relate to it. And then they keep going. They don't stop. They kept going with his arc, you know, even though he wasn't the main focus. And this is the other thing, I think the real problem that Hollywood doesn't understand. If you want to do something like this, you kind of need a TV series. Like, movies are supposed to be like a big thing, but if you keep doing this all the time, your pacing's all over the place. You can't build anything up. That's why they literally, the cartoon show, The Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, is one of the greatest kid shows, or I guess cartoons, because I don't know if it's kid, maybe teenage, right? But fucking next to Teen Titans, like, those two are fucking peak as shit, dude. Peak as fuck. Like, because they do just enough that where it's deep, and they can't show stuff, because, you know, like, good example, they couldn't call Deathstroke because he had death in his name, so they gave him his real name, Wade Wilson. But bro, they got some dark ass themes in Teen Titans, you know?
Wait, which one though? The OG one?
The OG one.
Yeah, I thought they did have a dark though. That's why they.
No, that's what I said. They did. They also made it really fucking.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I'm like, nah, dude. I remember that. That was my favorite.
But the big problem is that these Hollywood. I've seen a great video that said, "Why do so many movies suck?" And a good example, looking back at Zack Snyder, is that these writers or these big execs, they don't care what you've worked on. They only care if it's something big or whatever. And Zack Snyder already has big name, and these directors are two things. They already proved their name. They don't care about making another great film. And two, they don't really give a fuck about comic books like everybody else. So that's why you have someone who thinks Batman should kill and doesn't understand the concept of Batman not killing his core to his character, which is why Batman v Superman just doesn't work, right? Whereas these other people actually have legit written their own series on Batman, and everyone's like, yeah, it feels canon to the thing. And instead of hiring him, but no, he writes comics. He's not a serious director. Like, no, it's the same thing. They do the same fucking thing, dude. Like, or at least hiring him as a writer and then have Zack Snyder direct it. Like, it's not that hard.
Since we're talking about Zack Snyder, let me say something about Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder not only doesn't understand comic books, he doesn't understand how to fucking do it. You know, honestly, the only one that was really good for him to do was 300. After that, he hasn't really made an actual good.
Exactly. He's a great director. Don't get me wrong, but he's not a great writer.
Oh no, I don't even like him as a director, at least for me, because one, he puts damn near everything in fucking slow motion. And in all honesty, the reason why a lot of his movies are in fucking runtime because he keeps on constantly putting slow motion fucking scenes and everything that he fucking does, and it's annoying. Fucking Batman v Superman, that in general pissed me off so fucking much because he's the type of dude who's like, yeah, man, I read the comic book of Batman and I was like, this is cool and all, but like, he doesn't get raped. So, yeah, I'm gonna have him get raped in my movie. And it's like, wait, what? We're talking about Batman, right? Like, yeah, man, I want Batman to be raped in my movie. Like, anyway, like
right.
the way how he ended up doing Batman v Superman was a giant fucking like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck was going on with that because when you go back and look at the movie, first of all, I have yet to hear a person give me a genuine, good, positive feedback about that movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have yet to see it. I've even gone and scoured the internet for it. There's no such thing as a person who actually enjoyed that movie.
Like
a lot of the times it ends up breaking down to, oh, this movie could have had so much potential. There's so much that he could have done with this. That's what it basically just ends up coming down to. So it's like, okay, so even for the people who quote unquote enjoyed it, which they didn't, even they say like, oh man, he could have done so much more. Yeah, but he didn't. Why? Because he was too busy doing all fucking goofy ass slow-mo. He made all the characters basically borderline villains. Like, who isn't the villain in that fucking movie? Like, you mean to tell me Superman is going to sit there, be in the middle of a fucking explosion, and then just leave and not help anyone? Excuse me? We're talking about Superman, right?
Right.
Superman, the Man of Steel, the superhero who would always try to help no matter what the situation. Right. Is he going to leave?
And you know what?
Let's go and talk about Batman's goofy ass. He's going to mark people so that they can get killed in prison? Huh? And then on top of that, he has guns? Why does Batman have guns? The only thing he should have guns for is for, like, if he's going to use it for, like, a smoke grenade or, like, it's another zip line or, like, he doesn't use guns. No matter what you do, Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. Batman, does not use guns. Fucking Thomas Wayne does. If you remember the Flashpoint movie, like, hey, Thomas Wayne does because, hey, that's Thomas Wayne. That makes perfect sense, but it's not Bruce. You're going to make Bruce do it? Why? That's not making him cool. Oh, my Batman uses guns and he kills people. That doesn't make you cool. That makes you retarded and shows that you don't understand these characters at all. Right. What did Wonder Woman do the majority of the time? She was practically just in the background the whole time until oh yeah, by the way, guys, I'm here to help you fight. What the fuck? They didn't even know you.
Dude, they did.
Like, just theme song fucking comes up over and over. It's a fun theme song for like 3 seconds. Stop it. Stop the bullshit.
Shit, you can miss me with that. And at the core of this is the core of Hollywood is that, like I said, they hire the wrong people. They just go like I think Mar mentioned before that they just get whoever has the nicest paper, right? It's not what they can actually do the job or not. And that's Hollywood in a nutshell. So and we all experience this, whether it's the Rings of Power being garbage because they don't actually understand the rings, or getting rid of Henry Cavill for The Witcher. Like, these people literally do not understand the source material. That is the core problem with this.
Everyone who's ever worked on an IP that was pretty modern, that is based off of something that fans actually adore and love throughout the years. Like, you fuck up DC and it's like, bro, man, we literally had an entire fucking animated series called The Justice League.
Right.
Copy paste. Why is that so hard?
Bro, I literally
Why is that so fucking hard?
Bro, like, I literally, like, here's what's funny. Everyone agrees, okay, Marvel's movies are definitely better than DC's. That's not saying much. But the animation, like, DC, like, Marvel has a handful of good anime, not counting Spider-Man. Spider-Man has a bunch of good ones, right? But the main thing they guys, like I said, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I highly recommend everyone check it out. Season 1 and 2 got here. And they were going to make more, but they got cucked because Marvel literally wanted to make a booty water Avengers one, which looks like trash because they wanted it to be a parallel to the MCU. I'm like, wow, the MCU cucked the only good thing Marvel ever did. You know, that's their best animation. But no, fucking DC's had bangers for years. We got Batman Beyond, the classic original Batman. Heck, I don't think Batman has a bad animated series. Like, low-key, literally, is there a bad Batman animated series, bro? Like, on God, I don't think they've made a single
person who watched, like, I think 4, maybe? Wait. No, there's that one where it's, like, the futuristic one a little bit.
That's Beyond.
Not Beyond, not the Beyond, but the other one. The one where...
I was about to make a shit to you.
Well, right.
But the other one where the car is a little different, it's light blue. I'm really trying to remember.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But my whole point being is that, what Mars said is, I said that with the comics, like, for Star Wars, I'm like, that's why I was hyped at first. Like, dude, all they got to do is copy and paste, like, the comics, or even Star Wars The Force Unleashed, right? But no, they're like, Okay, like I said, DC animated universe, they have so much great stuff. Like, dude, when I started learning about the original Suicide Squad, I'm like, yo, this shit's godlike. Why the fuck didn't he just copy paste this? This shit's fucking good. It's dark as shit. It's good. It's like Batman Arkham levels.
The crazy thing is, Suicide Gun came in and made it more closer to everyone much just because it was like, oh my god, it's so much closer to the comics than the first movie was. The first movie was fucking dog shit. We don't even know why we came here to watch this shit. But the second movie was actually all right. It was a good time. You went to the theaters, the beginning, middle, and you enjoyed yourself the entire time. If you started thinking about it for 5 minutes, you're like, wait, hold on a minute. But at least it was what Marvel did recently that I would give them a plot to would probably be the reason why.
Yeah, yeah. A little too robotic, man.
Oh, man.
You're fine now.
Yeah, you're fine now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. One of the things I actually do give him credit for is like the concept for the show called What If? Because that's basically just, hey, what if we actually started doing random cool shit into some of these IPs that we have? Like they did What If Iron Man ended up on Safari, which I thought was actually a pretty good fucking episode. Or like, what if Peggy Carter actually took the serum instead of Steve, which I kind of thought was a little bit redundant as fuck because, spoiler alert, they kind of continued that story and I hate it. But then like there was one episode where like they had Hank Pym, Ant-Man, where he was basically an assassin. He went around killing the Avengers. Like the way how he kills the Hulk is fucking hilarious as hell and probably one of the most brutal kills I've ever seen in the MCU. He literally expands the Hulk's heart. Like he goes inside the Hulk, uses his little blue disc to grow the Hulk's heart, and fucking blows up the Hulk from the inside out. That shit was fucking wild.
And you know the
shit like that when they have random.
Yeah, you said random what?
Oh, the random concepts that they would have on there. Like my favorite one, When If Ultron won. I was like, oh my god, this is the Ultron I wanted in the fucking movie, and they didn't give me it. What the fuck? Like, why didn't they just put this in the movie? This is a better Ultron than the fucking bullshit ass fucking.
And again, we loop back that they got their second hand, what they call, oh, these guys are who, whatever, right? The ones who are actually qualified. Meanwhile, they got their Zack Snyders to make the main film. These fuckers who aren't good directors, and they get the people who they disrespect who are actually good ones. And then the funny thing is, what you said about Hank Pym, I knew where you were going with that. I'm like, something tells me they're gonna steal it from when Punisher versus
boring as shit.
Like, would you say
they could have done that? They just didn't do.
They stole that from the Punisher, bro. Like the Punisher versus the Marvel Universe. They straight up stole it.
I didn't mind that movie, The Incredible Hulk.
I liked it. But continue, Mark.
Not at all.
Apologies.
I'm honestly just thinking about other things that they could have done a better job of. That's literally a lot of their properties. What they've been doing now is trying to expand the universe for some weird reason. And like the more how they try to continue on getting other characters, like I feel like they're trying to get more female characters than they are male characters now.
No, yeah,
like they literally replaced fucking. They literally just replaced everybody at this point. Like we got a new Iron Man who's Ironheart. We got Shuri is now the new Black Panther, and it's going to stay like that because they couldn't even fucking honor Chadwick Boseman's request of, hey, once I pass, I want you to recast Black Panther because he knows how important that role is to the culture. But no, we're gonna keep his legacy alive and let him be the only Black Panther. I'm just on some pandering stupid shit right now.
I'm gonna be honest, they already ruined fucking T'Challa's character. Like that movie is the most overrated trash, and I'm a huge T'Challa fan. So to me, like,
you're right.
They gave him no personality. His sister's whack. They did Beastmonger good though, which was really weird. They did him good, oddly. So I'll give them that.
Why no? The time I enjoyed Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther was during Civil War. I honestly thought that was a good, like, I thought they were going to continue on that, where he was like hell bent and serious and pissed off and like literally would just fucking run through people like tissue paper. I was like, yes, this is the Black Panther we need. I want a story about this guy. We didn't even get that.
No. And here's the thing: Avengers: Their Mighty Hero did it pretty. What was the original? I mean, yeah, right. Like what? His dad gets dethroned because of the really archaic system of all beat them, right? I don't know if the Black Panther movie touched it as much. I know that's the premise, right? He got it back, but in the show, he gets it back, and then he makes a new law stating, yeah, we need to get rid of this. We need to make it that our leader is voted like most modern places. And again, like it touches on a cultural thing, right? And that was a great arc of his story. And another one is it shows you like who is literally Black Panther 90% of the time. He's literally a genius, an actual scientist. I don't think in the MCU they ever show that. Like he actually understands vibranium. He's up there next to like Stark and Hank Pym. He's considered one of the smartest people in the fucking world. And I don't think in the MCU they were treating him like that. But the funny thing is when you see him get people like tissue paper, like how Mars says, is when he's pissed or when his people or friends are in danger. And it's funny because that's actually when he's his weakest, because he's even Hank and Iron Man both tell him, hey, you can't just go around fighting, you know, like you have to think you're best when you're thinking. And it shows you like, yeah, you could, that's the whole thing about Hank Pym. Like he has, or not my bad, T'Challa, that, you know, his biggest weakness is his strength, right? Like he's really passionate about the people that he cares about. You know, he's a warrior, right? But everyone else, like, your strength is in your mind. Lead like a leader, right? Don't simply act, right? Like that's one of the great characters, is the double-sided coin, right? And I don't think MCU touches like, no, just give him no personality. We'll give him maybe one scene where he's badass, but like that's not really who he is. That's when he is when he has to be, but that's his weak spot. He's better when he's actually thinking and strategizing and being stealthy.
Make sure he's not smarter than his sister.
Exactly. But you know, I feel like he doesn't get it, if any, and that's why I feel like I said, and like I hate that people prop up the black. Oh, black, like dude, you guys have had black super, like dude, Blade is the first one. Like what happened? Like I hate how that movie for some reason made a lot of black people like think that just black people in films just for whatever reason didn't exist, which is stupid, or that they were super important characters. What about all the black white cop duos?
As a black person who's been a part of the black community, I would have to say that both Meteor Man and Blake Man were our first superheroes.
There we go. Didn't Shaq play him right?
No, Blake Man, no.
Okay, fair enough. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I just don't see, and that's how Disney, I feel like that's why Disney's ruining, it's not just like, it's everything. Like, it's just ruining the culture of like, just culture in general, not even movie culture, whatever. Like, going back to what I was saying, why I think other movies are disappointing, like, it's too much superhero, there's not enough other stuff, like, maybe comedy, right? But they're like, why don't we get a lot of romance movies or good romance comedy movies? Like, what happened to like movies like Scary Movie or just, you know, or even like Scarface? Like, dude, people don't even realize, like, dude, rated R movies basically don't even exist because too many people want to cater to the biggest audience. That's why Marvel's so nerfed. Like outside of Deadpool, there is no real rated R one. No, obviously there's like that Wolverine movie, but outside of that, still my point stands. They want to cater all.
We haven't had a decent like hard R movie in a while. Of
course, like I said, minus the ones that we all know about, but in general, let's be honest, those are the minority, not the majority. And good example, like you had to have people. Right. Like, what was it? That's the reason that, in case you don't know, like, that's one of the reasons why the Expendables became a thing, because they noticed there was a lack of quality rated R films. But what are they? Simple plot? Like, oh, they took his girlfriend, let's go fuck shit up. But man, the choreography is top. Buccaneer explosions, grade A fucking well-known actors. Like, and it's simple premise, simple story, boom. And I think they got Blade for the third one, right? Like, they literally had the Blade dude come for the third one. Like, you just feel cool because, like, yeah, right? Like, and you know, and guess who was directing it? The fucking Rocky dude. Like, he's the only one making good rated R film, and he does it because he says, like, yeah, there's a lack of quality rated R films. You know, you don't have to go hard on the story. Something simple we can all relate to. Go hard. And what was John Wick? Oh, yo, they killed my dog. Boom, done. Man, you know, what's one of the best video games of all time? Doom. They killed my bunny. Damn, done, bro. Like one simple premise we can all relate to, bro. And they're absolute my car. Monsters, bro.
You just reminded me of the scene from Deep Blue Sea where LL Cool J got pissed off because the shark ate his bird.
Damn.
You ate my bird. He fucking takes the lighter, throws it at the fucking shark, and it sets on fire because there's gas in the room. I never thought I'd actually see that in a movie. Like, oh, I just watched the shark get set on fire. It's fucking wild.
But yeah, I'm actually going to do a video in the future talking about how I think, like, see, this is good, because, like, we're basically into that, right? The directors, like, to summarize, very few films are good, and if they are, it's because there's people who we trust and know behind the helm that know what they're doing. They don't respect the source material. They're way too focused on woke, and at the end of this is just ruin the modern culture. And this is why we see no one can have discussions like we can, right? Like they want to bring race into it. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, people are like, if I say, oh, it's a bad movie, oh, you're racist. How? I understand T'Challa way more than you do. Like, the fact that I refer to him as T'Challa shows you how attached I got to that character. Like, people don't know, like, dude, no, he is one of my favorite characters in Marvel, bro. Like, that dude's fucking sick. Like, I have way more love for T'Challa than any of you fake ass fucking T'Challa fans, bro. Like, you guys say Black Panther. No, I know him as T'Challa, the man behind the mask. You guys just see the mask and that's it. That's how little characterization he gets in your shit. Like, you know, in the original, he's good friends with Hawkeye, and they have beef with each other. They don't know that because in the MCU, Hawkeye's just a personality-less loser. But in the original, he's happy-go-lucky because he came from a circus.
They try fucking touching base with that bullshit. Like how they first started with the whole, hey, I don't think we ever met before. My name's Clint, and he's like, I don't care, and then started beating his ass after that. They fucking seized that shit.
Fair enough, but they touched it, but they didn't fully expand on it like they did in the original. But yeah.
Low-key, I feel like Hawkeye was just a security guard for the
See?
facility.
And that's fair because everybody thought the same fucking thing. I mean, like I said, the first Avengers film for me was the last good Marvel movie because they did good on that. After that, like, nah, for me personally, I'm like, yeah, I tuned out because I started realizing they didn't care about the source material, and that's when I immediately drop out. Like the minute someone doesn't care about the source material, I'm immediately like, my head out. Right? Like that's just me.
Waiting for it, though. I want a Sonic. Oh my goodness, a Static Shock movie.
Oh, see, they're gonna ruin that. They're gonna ruin it. I already know, dude.
That's why I don't even want one because I know.
Didn't they make a new animated series and they already fucked it over by being too fucking political and not
I
understanding
knew
what
there
the
was like a
original
new
was about?
comic book series that came out about it.
Yeah, I know. It's
To the comic book series.
yeah, it was really good, like the original animated series.
That's interesting.
And then they somehow made a new one and ruined it, which isn't that surprising because they ruined everything. I don't know. That's the whole thing is like I can't be really excited knowing that everything just gets fucked that they touch.
So,
That's understandable.
What is it?
rival schools.
Oh my god. But yeah, so are we switching to games now? Because I'm touched all bases.
I was trying to
Just
figure
about
out,
to
does
segue
Clockwork
into-
have any movies? Is he a movie person?
Who is
Clockwork.
Clock Codes? What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, nothing.
Are you a movie guy?
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I don't know
do-
him, if I'm being honest. Plus, like I said, he's playing ranked like a dum-dum.
I see.
Because like I said, bestie day.
Exactly, man. If Barbie's his favorite movie, let's move on.
Oh, that movie was low-key kind of based though. Okay, I want to at least touch on that. The fact that they no, it's this. I love it when SJWs go so hard that it kind of loops back around to like what we're at. Like, oh, when Barbie was there, that's what I thought. Like, it's kind of low-key based. Like Ken was a cool dude. Like that's like the kind of dude everyone would get along with. Like, oh yeah, and they paint him as the bad guy. Like he's supposed to be the bad guy or something, and then Barbie leaves, and then Barbie world is better without her, which is proving that men being in charge is better. Like that is hilarious. How and then the ending, it just goes back to being bad. It's like, wow, like way to show your point that men ruling is bad when you actually make it that when the dudes are around, everyone's happier. It's like, wow, it just kind of loops back around and not proving your point. Beautiful.
I created a thing in your Discord called the Besties Pod Chat. So like in case I'm trying to figure out something, like
True.
like remember I couldn't remember that Batman. Yeah,
that's just
so that
good.
Batman one,
That
the Batman one of 2004. I'm not saying it was bad. I just remembered that I didn't like the intro. That's all I didn't like about it was the intro.
No, they snap. See that one they did, that one's how you want to do it. Like you reinterpret what everything is, like more modern, like how they did with the Avengers and Martial Heroes, but like you still keep who the character is. Like they even redid Joker, and I like the Joker. They he actually does martial arts, but guess what? They literally got Mark Hamill to revoice Joker, and he did a different spin on it to where I almost couldn't recognize. Wait a second.
I actually thought this Batman was actually pretty fucking lit.
Right? No, they did good. They did good on that one, dude.
And that's why
especially with the movie Batman versus Dracula.
Yeah, bruh. I think if anything, that's probably my favorite next to Batman and Beyond, bro. I'm a cap.
The Dracula one had like the weird looking Joker, yeah.
Yeah, I like that Joker. That Joker, I like him. Like he definitely feels like more of a menace and a threat. Like I get it, he's not supposed to this whole mentality thing, right? But
now when he looks more like a trolly kind of like.
But it goes with him. Like, what does he do? Troll. Like he does that. Like it fits him.
Even the Penguin didn't watch works in that movie and in that show, right? Yeah, even the Penguin
was
knew.
pretty much. Penguin was. Yeah. Oh, and then how he made a Clayface. Like I said, I think they hit the main story beats perfectly, absolutely perfectly.
Dude, that drawing was.
They did Bane slightly bad though by making him just kind of a meathead from what little I remember, but he was at least peak meathead, so I'll give him that. To where Batman had to get a whole ass fucking Hulkbuster armor. Like I'll give him that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as far as games, is it just copy and paste then? Like, I mean, I think we lightly touched on that already. Like, I ain't excited, and I'm busy making my own fucking game, and y'all better be excited for it, or I'll hit you with a stick.
Man, yeah, could be a good voice actor. Oh, he.
Actually, you know what? That's what worked. That's perfect for you being the dude who makes fun of people who make those noises. It's perfect. There we go.
Oh my god. I thought that was pretty spot on, but okay.
My bad, Mars.
I thought that was gonna.
He makes fun of us when we get hit by monsters. His name's Vile.
Dude, me and my buddies was playing that one game just now. Radio or Not, that SWAT simulator game.
Oh yeah.
The way how people be screaming when they get shot is outrageous, dude. Like it's over dramatic. Like, yeah, I never got shot before, but we feel like they overdid it.
Nah, dude, some motherfuckers really be. Have you not seen it when video gamers become AAA voice actors? I'm like, dude, dead ass.
Dude, this isn't even a AAA game though, dude. This is like a.
No, that's why I said when with gamers, it means doesn't matter what you're playing, and they just randomly get way too into it. I know, cause that's me. Sometimes I ain't gonna bullshit. But I mean, what other games did we not miss? Like I said, the only thing I think I'm kind of excited for is Dragon's Dogma, but not that fucking price. $70, bro? No multiplayer? Nah, Capcom, what you doing?
Upcoming games for 2024, like I said. I don't know, man. It's not that much to list off of because it's like nothing that we will play.
Bruh. That's nothing you will play.
I actually have something that I'm excited for in 2024.
What you got?
Did you not mention it?
Well,
no, I haven't.
Oh, my bad.
Excited for in 2024, 100%, is the idea that I'm actually going to have enough time to play my back catalog now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, same pretty much. Like,
because in all honesty, all the games are going to be coming out this year. Like, nothing really fucking piques my interest. Maybe it'll change during Microsoft's conference on the 18th. Because they're supposed to be showing Avowed, Indiana Jones, which I pray to God that game's going to be good.
It's not.
We'll see. In all honesty,
I'm negative as fuck, bro.
I get to go back and play games I haven't touched in a while. I can go back and touch base with my stuff kind of resurging again. I can go ahead and go back and play my Ace Attorney games. Sleeping Dogs. I haven't played that in a while. Yeah.
Wait, you haven't finished Sleeping Dogs?
On me either. Fair enough.
I just went back to play Star Wars Republic Commando because I wanted to know what a good Star Wars game felt like. The storyline for Republic Commando was so fucking dope, man. It blows my mind that they make Star Wars games the way how they do now, but like don't really have that type of flavor like games like this.
No.
Or like the old Star Wars Battlefront games or Jedi Academy. Or fucking Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which is another game I also own.
Yeah.
Like all these great games from back in the day, man. Like they don't hit the way how like
they'll just copy what's based. Like think about it, bro. For the next Star Wars game, and don't get me wrong, I like Jedi Fallen Survivor. Heck, anyone knows this. I don't like most Souls games like at all. But Jedi Survivor was actually solid as fuck. But at the end of the day, they literally just copied the source formula, babied it down a bit, but still kept it like unique and told a good story. And it still doesn't hit like the Force Unleashed or the other games that Mars said. Again, good game, but it doesn't quite hit like the OGs.
Oh, so now Little Nightmares 3 is going to come out, and I think Little Nightmares is a pretty good series. I'm not gonna lie, I never played it. I just watch YouTubers play it. They go through it faster than I will, so that's why I watch it.
And I get this disclaimer, like I said, no hate if you like. There are just some things that are obviously good. Like again, if it's unanimous praise from gamers, then it's obviously good. Like I say, same with movies. But it's just that there's so much shit we have to do, or maybe it's something I personally don't care about that I won't touch it, right? Like I agree, like Little Nightmares is something like, oh, I praise it, right? Same with like Skullgirls, right? But am I ever gonna personally touch them? Skullgirls, no. Little Nightmares, maybe, right?
Like if I generally had the time, I would have totally, messed with the game. That's what I'm trying to get at too.
Right. And again, like I said, even games that are objectively we say good, like the Resident Evil reimaginings. Me as a huge fan, I'm like, dude, Lucky After 4, I'm kind of tired of this shit. I'm like, bro, this is just so whack. The director is literally just a Zack Snyder, but for Resident Evil. So my point stands.
Yeah, I was doing the RE5 remake.
Yes. See, like people, and that's the thing where I know I'm right because people call it remake, and that immediately means I won the conversation. Oh man, you're calling it wrong. Damn, I win. Holy shit! It's like that's my 100. And it's great. And again, like I said, people want to prove me wrong. It's like first of all, I'm a Resident Evil fan. You all call it wrong. And the last final straw is the director is literally just 343, but for cocking Capcom. He's Zack Snyder and 343 shitty director just making out and making a child, and his name is this hijo de puta that fucking made the reimaginings. That doesn't understand the original source material. Exactly. And that's why I say like the core thing is like the director's trash. Like he literally said he looked at the originals, oh, I thought this was stupid, so I want to change. Like whenever you hear someone says, oh, I think the original's stupid, you immediately know they don't respect the source material. So that's why I said I don't want to repeat from the movies, because it's the same thing for video games. It's the same assholes in charge, the same exact assholes. It's the same shit and nothing's different. That's why the Japanese have been killing it. What are we making? Boom. Here's faithful adaptation, video game and movie. The West, Woko, brr.
Yep, I definitely can't wait for my Banjo-Kazooie remake. That's gonna be so fucking amazing.
They're getting a remake for that? Oh yeah.
No, they're not. They're not. They've been talking about making a game for the past 6 years. They're not gonna fucking make it.
Way more like they them Kazooie.
Stop.
Great fucking classic. Like, oh my god, like that's another game I also have in my back catalog. What else have I been playing? Divinity. I'm playing through Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. I got Dragon's Dogma coming up. I'll probably play that like around March.
Play the first one.
I
man,
got
and
some war games.
Dude,
I got fucking Jade Empire for the original Xbox. Jesus Christ.
When you say all these games, like I was playing Dragon's Dogma, I'm actually going to use it as reference because it actually does a lot of things I want to do in my game. Like I like how there's your different size and weight can matter in certain situations. Like, oh, are you too tall? You can't fit in this like little cave. Or are you too heavy? You can't cross a bridge. Like that's why I want to be playing through all of Dragon's Dogma before I start my game, so I can get good reference on how to do good things with that, right? And it's crazy that like again, one, like these games are mad underrated. That's why I tell people, it's like, dude, don't buy new shit. This is what you do. Get a PC, get GameCube and PS2, every emulator you can. Just play all the old games, bro. They're just so much fucking better and mad underrated. And Dragon's Dogma, like, well, but that's like, you just get it on GOG for like $4, bro. GOG, bro. Good old games. Like, you got a PC, you could buy them if you want to support it half the time. But like for emulator, like good example, the old Armored Cores, which are better than 6, go play the old ones, man. Like 6 is okay. And this is the thing, this is the common trend. Like again, I'll say this enough times. Like, dude, what are the like? I'll even say like, dude, Nioh, Doom, and the sequels to them are the best things to come out in this generation for fucking years. There's other ones that might be close, but yeah, nothing touches those two, man. It's not even funny, dude. Like that's why every time I'll only talk Doom, Nioh, Doom, Nioh, Doom, Nioh. There are other ones, again, the Deus Ex game that came out, solid, but it was a bit short. They could have made it longer. There's always I can say something, right? And same with Doom and Nioh. They're not perfect, more so Nioh, but like they're just so good. They have that feel of what classic games, you're like, damn, this is some good ass fucking shit. Like I said, Jedi, you're like, this is good. Like there's plenty of like, I would say good games. I'm not no doomer, right? Like, oh, every game sucks, but 80 to 90% of it is garbage, bro. It's just Astonese. All of them Astonese, bro. Here's our battle pass. Here's our mini record. Oh, all of these stupid shit to take you money. They want to charge $70, and you play like garbage, bro. They feel awful, and they have no depth at all. And it's like, what do you mean? Play a fighting game, learn to get at least to platinum rank, then get back to me and you know exactly what I mean. Doom and Nioh are the only games I can think of that actually have execution that other games don't. Miss me with that shit. You guys have literally, here's an easy mode, and you just tap square, and oh my god, you beat the story mode. Fucking meanwhile, Nioh, oh, you don't know how to play? Damn, get fucked by the first boss, bro. Like old school games used to be, bro. Like we don't have that design anymore. Same with Doom. Oh, our DLC, it even says a warning, this game is actually really fucking hard. You have to know what you're doing. Even on our quote easy mode, you will get clapped because in 5 minutes, literally the boss shows up, you're in a corner, and there's like 3 enemies behind you. Get good, bitch. I love when games just say like get good. Don't be a little bitch.